What is the best DIY rooting hormone to root cuttings? There are numerous homemade recipes, and they include things like honey, cinnamon, willow extract, aspirin, peroxide, coconut water, vitamin C, aloe vera. Do any of these products really work? And if they do, which one works best? I'm going to have a look at all of these, but before I do, it's important to understand the difference between rooting and fungal control. If we take a cutting at the right time, it generally roots fine without any fungal infection. On the other hand, if we keep it way too wet, or we harvest that cutting incorrectly or at the wrong time of year, it doesn't root, and instead fungus grows on it, and the rooting dies. When people discuss rooting hormones, particularly DIY products, they confuse these two processes. The actual rooting process requires that the rooting has plant hormones inside that initiate the cell division that causes rooting. Without that hormone, either naturally in the cutting or a hormone you provide, you will not get rooting. The other problem I mentioned is the fungal growth. And so you can have a fungicide added, and that fungicide helps control fungal growth, and then it's more likely that a cutting will root. But these two processes are quite different. If we look at commercial rooting hormone, it doesn't contain a fungicide. And the reason is that it's really not necessary. Again, if you take the cutting correctly and you treat it correctly, you won't have a fungal problem. Most cuttings root on their own. Many cuttings do not need added rooting hormone because they naturally contain it. Most softwood cuttings from herbaceous plants and houseplants root very easily. Most shrubs are easily propagated from softwood or semi-hardwood cuttings. This fact has led to a lot of confusion about homemade rooting hormones. Place some aspirin in water and insert the cutting, and it roots. People incorrectly conclude that the aspirin caused the rooting. It didn't. The water, along with the natural rooting hormones in the plant, caused the cutting to root. To test a rooting hormone, you need to use a plant species that does not root easily, and you need to run controls by trying some cuttings with and without the test material. Without a control, you can't claim success with any homemade rooting hormone. Honey as a rooting hormone. Honey contains no rooting hormones, so it will not help cuttings produce roots. A few online citizen science projects compared honey to a control or a rooting hormone. These usually show that both the control and honey work, but they don't have enough samples and repetitions to reach any statistical conclusion. It does have antifungal properties and may reduce fungal infections, but as noted before, this is usually not a problem with healthy cuttings. The reason honey does not spoil is that it only contains 17% water. At this low level, it sucks the water out of bacteria and fungi, killing them. I can only assume that dipping a cutting in whole honey would do the same to the cutting and harm it. Many people suggest a honey solution, which would be better. Cinnamon as a rooting hormone. We talk about cinnamon as being one product, but it is many. And the so-called cinnamon available from grocery stores in North America is not even the real cinnamon. Anecdotal comments about cinnamon working are of little use since they never specify which cinnamon is being used. Cinnamon, real or fake, does not contain rooting hormones. It does have some antimicrobial properties and may help keep fungal growth down, but it does not cause roots to form. Coconut water is a rooting hormone. Fresh coconut water contains growth hormones and regulators. After all, a coconut is a seed. These chemicals are very unstable and variable. Some have suggested that coconut water might work as a rooting hormone, but few tests have been done. In one test, fresh green coconuts were used, but there was no increase in rooting. Another study using semi-hardwood cuttings found more rooting with coconut milk. But the study does not provide details of the milk used, nor does it provide adequate statistical analysis. Coconut water from fresh green coconuts may contain rooting hormone, and may work as a rooting hormone. But this is not a common source of coconut milk for most gardeners. It is unlikely that coconut water from a jar or can will work. Peroxide as a rooting hormone. Peroxide is a common name for hydrogen peroxide, which is normally supplied as a 3% solution, although higher concentrations are available. Hydrogen peroxide is a disinfectant and contains no rooting hormone. It is a signaling molecule in a wide range of reactions during plant growth, so its presence may improve the normal rooting process. Peroxide produced quicker rooting in semi-hardwood olive cuttings, which are hard to root, when it was used as a pre-treatment before applying IBA rooting hormone. There is also evidence that peroxide is involved in the function of IBA in mung bean seedlings, and that it helps with root growth in sweet potato seedlings. A simple citizen science experiment compared cuttings in water with and without hydrogen peroxide. Rooting only occurred without peroxide. There may be some value in treating cuttings with peroxide before applying rooting hormones, but there is no evidence that hydrogen peroxide on its own causes roots to develop. Aspirin as a rooting hormone. Aspirin is not a rooting hormone, and it probably has limited, if any, positive effect on rooting. Willow water is a rooting hormone. Willows contain natural IBA, and so it is claimed that by soaking the willow bark, you create a solution of IBA that will work. The problem is that the solubility of IBA is low in water, and even if the extraction is as complete as possible, the resulting solution is lower than any recommended commercial product. Not only that, but most recipes suggest diluting this, which makes it even less effective. The concentration of IAA may be high enough, but the science does not support the idea that willow water is a good rooting hormone solution. Now, there are a number of other DIY rooting hormones on the internet. A couple of them are vitamin C, aloe vera, and apple cider vinegar. It's good for fungus gnats, so maybe it'll root cutting. Well, all three of these don't work. They don't have any plant hormone in them. They're not going to help the cutting root. And if you think any of the DIY rooting hormones I mentioned work better than I described, I want to hear from you. Put a link to the science study that looks at it in the description below. So what should gardeners do? Number one, if you want to do a cutting, research it and find out which type of cutting you should use. Which one roots the easiest. Take the cutting at the right time of year, treat it correctly, and in 80% of the cases, you'll get roots without rooting hormone. Now, for those tough plants that really don't root on their own, it's really good to use a rooting hormone. And I'd use a commercial one. If you get the powder form, it's relatively inexpensive. It will last you for at least 10 years. It's going to do a lot of cuttings for you. Why fool around with DI products that probably don't work or don't work anywhere near as well as commercial products when for $10 you can buy the commercial product? Spend your time in the garden in other ways that are more enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed this video. Here's a couple more that you really should watch if you want to become a better gardener. Happy gardening.